I need to know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. Sorry. Am I overreacting, or is he just being protective, looking out for me? What would you do?
One is asking if her husband is being controlling or not. Is she the one right or is he the one wrong? She's asking who is right or who is wrong because her husband told her no, you cannot go running in the woods in the dark by yourself. Let me show you all this clip.
I need to know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. He said, "What do you need a headlamp for?" And he did that whole eyebrow raise thing, all skeptical like. I said, "So I can go running because it's dark outside." He said, "I thought you've been running when it's dark. You just stay on like the well-lit paths and areas." I said, "Yeah, but I want to hit this other trail and it's not lit, and so I need a headlamp so I can see." He said, "Oh, you mean that trail that's kind of like out in the woods that doesn't have any other lights, that not a lot of other people around?" I said, "Yeah, bingo, that trail." He said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Did you just tell me no? Why?" He said, "So you want to run in the dark by yourself in the woods in a secluded area on a trail by yourself." I said, "Well, that was the plan." He said, "No, not going to happen. Sorry." Am I overreacting, or is he just being protective, looking out for me? What would you do?
Do you think he's being controlling or she's not being reasonable? I feel like women should be able to run on the woods and that's what we want. That's what we wish we can do. But then I just feel like you're actually putting yourself in danger. So I personally would say the husband is right. You should not go there. You should not try go there, like, because it is very risky. You're putting the headlights on your head and you're running in the woods. There's no lights, nothing. People don't pass that place. Nothing might happen the very first time. What will happen the second time, the third time? Also, somebody starts noticing you. Anything can happen. You can. Are you not scared? You guys, what's your take? Do you think your husband is trying to control her or not? Can you share your thought down in the comment section while we watch his reaction together? Then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
I need to know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. He said, "What do you need a headlamp for?" And he did that whole eyebrow raise thing, all skeptical like. I said, "So I can go running because it's dark outside." He said, "I thought you've been running when it's dark. You just stay on like the well-lit paths and areas." I said, "Yeah, but I want to hit this other trail and it's not lit, and so I need a headlamp so I can see." He said, "Oh, you mean that trail that's kind of like out in the woods that doesn't have any other lights, that not a lot of other people around?" I said, "Yeah, bingo, that trail." He said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Did you just tell me no? Why?" He said, "So you want to run in the dark by yourself in the woods in a secluded area on a trail by yourself?" I said, "Well, that was the plan." He said, "No, not going to happen. Sorry." Am I overreacting, or is he just being protective, looking out for me? What would you do?
So I first of all wouldn't be out there running in the dark. I'm gonna start with that one. I think sometimes we take this independent thing too far. I really do. I'm not sure. Even when I don't feel like he should have even had to lay it out. You want to run in the dark at night in a wooded area that's secluded, and then you said, yeah, like none of. Do you not watch TV? You don't. You no true crime, no Law and Order. And don't get me wrong, okay? Should you be able to go out here and do these things and not worry about somebody knocking you upside your head? Absolutely, you should. Is that the reality that we live in? No, it is not. I'm with fiance on this.
You talking about she should be able to do this without worrying about somebody knocking her out, but what about the boogeyman? Because ain't nobody,
You get on my nerves.
No, but seriously though, bears. I mean,
yes, you're right. You're right. You're running in the woods.
I mean,
coyotes,
dogs,
fox.
and all the. You got rabbits out there. You never know what you're gonna run into out there. But yeah, definitely the husband makes complete and total sense. I think a lot of times when husbands or boyfriend express that they don't want their significant other to do things, is seen as controlling. But it's not that he's trying to control your actions. He's actually trying to protect you. He's also trying to protect both of y'all because, he doesn't want you out there and something happening to you and then now the police knocking on his door asking him where he's been, and now he's the first suspect. It's so many different things that can go wrong in this scenario.
And if you want to call it control, call it control. He's controlling keeping you alive.
And unfortunately, and y'all not gonna like this, I can't really provide a lot of protection for somebody that's not gonna listen to what the heck I'm trying to tell them to do to keep them safe.
You know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. He said, "What do you need a headlamp for?" And he did that whole eyebrow raise thing, all skeptical like. I said, "So I can go running because it's dark outside." He said, "I thought you've been running when it's dark. You just stay on like the well-lit paths and areas." I said, "Yeah, but I want to hit this other trail and it's not lit, and so I need a headlamp so I can see." He said, "Oh, you mean that trail that's kind of like out in the woods that doesn't have any other lights, that not a lot of other people around?" I said, "Yeah, bingo, that trail." He said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Did you just tell me no?"
You would be the first person to go in a horror movie. The first person. I was hoping this was going to be satire, but no, she's dead ass. She dead ass. She's upset with her husband because he doesn't want her running at night through the woods. There's no light. Nobody goes down it. Probably no cell signal. And she's literally having an argument with her husband on why can't she? Are you a child? Are you a child? No. Even a child would know better than to go down that damn path. You shouldn't even be running at night to begin with. This shouldn't even be something that... And this actually touches on a topic where I was like, women don't really believe it's as dangerous out here as they make it seem like online. Because what you mean, you trying to go running down a dark path at night with headphones on. There's no light, no cameras. If you get hit upside the head, you just gone. I feel bad for your husband, but not really because he picked you. I bet he got a handprint on his forehead from doing this so much. If my wife brought something as stupid as this to me, I would honestly be reconsidering the marriage and the person I married. Like, honestly. Like, if we're having an argument over something like this that's like bare minimum common sense, I would be concerned for your decision making pertaining to yourself, our safety, and our children's safety, to be honest.
Right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. He said, "What do you need a headlamp for?" And he did that whole eyebrow raise thing, all skeptical like. I said, "So I can go running because it's dark outside." He said, "I thought you've been running when it's dark. You just stay on like the well-lit paths and areas." I said, "Yeah, but I want to hit this other trail and it's not lit, and so I need a headlamp so I can see." He said, "Oh, you mean that trail that's kind of like out in the woods that doesn't have any other lights, that not a lot of other people around?" I said, "Yeah, bingo, that trail." He said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Did you just tell me no?"
Hey, I know y'all watching scary movies where these blonde girls doing some dumb stuff, bro. That's you, bro. Like, when I first heard this, I thought she was playing. I thought she was BSing, but nah, she's dead serious, bro. She is so serious about this shit. Like, I don't even jog outside, even at nighttime, bro. Even that shit lit or not lit, bro. I'm not jogging outside, bro. And you doing what I'm doing times 10. What are you doing, bro? So you telling the whole world that, hey, I want to run outside in the woods at pitch nighttime or nobody supposed to be there. It's the craziest shit I heard in my life, bro. Like, you gotta tell your man sorry, bro, because this is what's gonna do. You gotta tell your man sorry, bro. I don't care.
I need to know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go.
I'm gonna say this: your husband's right. Fiance is right. Excuse me. Here's why. Take a step back. You're running through an area, isolated, no lights, by yourself. Now you have a headlamp on. The headlamp does one of two things. The headlamp shows you where you are going. Heaven forbid there's somebody else there that wants to do something shitty. It shows them where you are. Nobody else is there to prevent it. Nobody else is there to stop it. And pardon the joke, I'm sure there's no bears in there either. But no, think about it. Please take a step back and look at it from that specific point of view. If somebody has ill will and wants to do something shitty, do you want them knowing where you are? Because that's what that does. You see where you are going and wherever you are looking. So you only see your field of view. Anybody else around you knows exactly where you are. And you have a bright ass light shining that gives your position away for. So yes, it's a protection thing. He's looking out for you. He wants to keep you safe. He wants you running in a safe environment, not so much you safe when you are running. I hope it makes sense.
I need to know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go.
Actually, to me, you're both right. You should absolutely be able to do what you were saying in your video. You should be able to do. There shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to buy yourself a headlamp and go running in trails and in the woods and in secluded areas. You should be able to do that. But unfortunately, we live in a society, in a world where women are very much unsafe in those areas. And your man is right to want to protect you. And I know it sounds controlling. I get it. I'm proud, loud feminist over here. But at some point, he's right. It's super dangerous for you to do that. Let's say you were to do that and you got I would never blame you or say, oh, she shouldn't have been there. No, because you should be able to be there. But the reality is that you're probably not going to come out of it alive after a certain point. Because if it's not going to be the first time, most likely. But at some point, someone's going to notice you. And there might be the wrong person who notices your routine and going there. And it's like they even advise women who jog regularly to not jog the same route every day, to change routes, to switch it up regularly, to not develop any habits, because stalkers and whatever. So as much as you are right, 100%, he's also 100% right. Like it's like one of those situations where two things that are contradictory to each other are true. You should absolutely be able to go do what you're saying. There's nothing weird about you wanting to do that. There's nothing wrong about you wanting to do that. You should, but you can't. I mean, you can, but the risk you're taking is extremely high. So he's right to want to protect you. But it's not okay that he's right to want to protect. Like, that's not okay. We have to change that. That's why people, when they say modern feminism is useless, no, it's not. This is what we're trying to fix. We fixed the legal side of things, now we have to fix the practical human side of things, where women can't walk at night. When you see posts, what would you do if all men vanished from the earth? Most answers are, I would go take a walk at night with my headphones on. Like, it's a thing we can't do without any risk, without some level of fear. Because the reality is that a lot of us would get attacked at night alone in secluded areas. And so I'm sorry to say, and I was going to reply to a comment with the video, but I couldn't. Lately, I can't reply to comments with videos on other people's posts, but someone said, how dare you make me side with a man? Which I was like, girl, I'm sorry, but I have to side with your man, because although you're both right, he's the one that's more right in the reality of today's society, unfortunately. So don't go do that, please.
You see the parts where they said you'll be the first to die in horror movie. And that's just true, because when you watch this horror movie, you'll be shouting, don't go there, don't go there. But they'll end up going there and to get on alive. I just like, the thing is, it is very sad that we cannot do what we want at any time. It's just so sad. You cannot walk in the night. You cannot wear a certain dress at a certain place. Like, it's just so crazy with the kind of world that we live in. You have to be afraid of your fellow human being seeing you, especially the other gender, seeing you in the woods. You cannot run and walk out freely that you want. It's really sad anyway. But then that's the reality. That's the reality of life. So in as much as, even if you try to do it and something happens, people are not going to blame you, right? But then you just have to protect yourself, right? You have to protect yourself. I feel like the way she said it, she said she usually take walks even at night, but that place is light and people go around that place. I feel like that is better. You do that and avoid that side. If you want to go to that side, probably go with your husband or go with another person. Just have a running or working partner that you guys do it together. Try not to do it alone. In case of probably you see something very strange and you want to attack, of course you're going to get protection and all of that. But what if you're carried away by the music you're listening to and you don't even see what's behind you? You know, you're running, we see all these crime videos and all of that these days. I feel like most women that get unalive most of the time are the ones that go for jogging and running by themselves, even during the day. It's very risky, it's very scary now compared to when there's no like it's just easy peasy for these dangerous people out there. Easy peasy for them. They will just, nobody's going to see them, nobody's going to hold them, and you just go on like that. So I just feel like wisdom should tell you that that is wrong. You should just stick to the ones that you're used to and don't go. I don't think that the man is trying to control her. I feel like he's trying to protect her. You guys, what's your take on this video? Kindly share your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, your girl Mariah Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.